watching the Oscar slam. Everybody there. Wow, champion. Who's this? That's you.
Oh, there you are.
Alright, so this is pretty excellent work. This is really good. Lower your arm just a tad. Right now you're up here, just bring it down a little bit. Beautiful, beautiful bump. Just, oh yeah, definition. I'm not erasing this video. This is good stuff right here, okay? So this is a really nice stance. Look at her back. Nice and straight. See the lower part. Now let's see what happens. She goes down, down, down. And look at this. If you had lowered your arm here just a little bit, say this much,
Be in the water.
it would be in the water. You would have had full catch, and look at your catch. It would have been amazing. It would have been a 45, like a nice, like 10-degree angle. Beauty.
And we have a faster start.
Yeah, because you'd be catching every stroke, right? You want to connect to the water at its most efficient, angle. Not necessarily the bigger the angle, the better, because it gets too much pressure. This is beautiful. 10 degrees is amazing. Okay, so let's look at that. That's really good. Problem here is you're probably going to start pulling back. So you pull back, and you only fully bury at a neutral angle. So you lost a bit of your angle. But all in all, your stroke is beautiful. You got a great, great, great stroke. So the only thing I'm going to ask you to do in your next piece, keep your shooting low.
Okay.
It's going to be nice. Yeah, because right now, see, you're pulling and you're not catching enough. See, you're dropping in the water, but you're not dropping in the water. You're dropping, and by the time you fully drop, that's when you're actually catching. You need to drop when you're catching. It's a weird concept, but let's say this is the water. You have to put the tip goes in, then you drop, and then you pull. Right now, what you're doing is you're doing this, and you're pulling. Okay? Does anybody have a laptop? No? Okay. I'm going to do my best to post all this for you guys. Hey, how you doing?
Did you paddle at all in the water last year?
Oh, for once or twice, this is really good.
Yeah.
This is really, really good.
That's a good thing.
Pam is a beast, like this.
They got a new name, the Beast.
The beast. Okay. Nice extension of your bottom arm. Really, really good. You're gripping the paddle, which is great. You're exposing your lower back here. I'll give you just advice. Next time you go to a practice, you know you're going to get video review, don't worry about it. Because right now I can see it, but like it's tougher. Because right now it's like a blur. So I don't like see like it's. Right now this seems like this is where your body stops. And you have little legs. But anyways, I can see this here, like because I can see the creases. And I can see your back here, which is great. Nice shoulder rotation here. Everything's good. Can you tell me what you think is not good?
That top arm is way
Top.
out of line.
So this is, it's way out of line. We're out of line! Okay. This is bad. This is bad. This is awesome. Think about taking a piece of wood that's like a 2x4 or whatever, like a flat piece of wood. Cut out your arm, and it comes out straight. Okay? And it never breaks. The whole stroke, your arm never breaks. It never goes up, it never goes down. Like if you cut out a piece of wood, it wouldn't come out like this. It would come out straight, right? And it goes straight through the whole movement. You don't bring it down, you don't bring it up. It's straight. This is the problem with you right now. Look at your elbow. Look how high it is. Bring your elbow down. You're actually in a good place. If you just brought that elbow down, your arm would be perfect. And I would be like, this is your first time paddling? Seriously, this is very impressive. Let's see what happens after. Yeah, it's phenomenal. See how our shoulder, when you plant your blade, the first thing you should think about is somebody tugging on your shoulder here. Okay? But making sure that your shoulder doesn't go up like this, it tugs on your shoulder and you keep it low. So imagine somebody just, hey, grips you and pulls you back. Another really funny anecdote that I like to say is imagine you're at a bar and you're dancing, okay? And you're out with the ladies, it's a ladies' night, you want nothing to do with anybody, you have your husband at home or whatever, your boyfriend, and this guy comes in back and grabs you here. What do? Get the hell off. Right? That's exactly what you should be doing every time you catch or you exit. As you're exiting, this part of your body should be moving forward. Okay, I forgot to tell you that in the tank. I really like using that analogy. It's your oblique and it moves forward. Okay, so think about that. This is excellent. This is really good. I'm super impressed. Seriously, if this is your third time, you're natural. But I want you to lower that arm and push down on it. Just pretend like you're pushing down. You remember that drill we were doing where we were rolling on it? I want you to sit up and roll on it. Okay? What's the time? I want to make sure that you going 3:30?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go faster. You're hinging. Where are you? Where are you? There you go. You want to make sure that you're rotating from your core. See how you're pulling straight up from your lower back, going up? Look at her, how she rotates into it, and how you lean forward. That's a good example. See, it naturally goes down, and you're just following on top of it. Apart from that, that's all that's really missing. Absolutely. You got that V here and some I here. Okay, so the next, when we go back in, I want you to bigger body and I want you to roll on it. I want you to really use the hip and I want you to move forward as though like right now you're falling on it. I want you to move forward and fall forward. Roll and fall. Okay? That's the only thing I see. If you fix that, everything else is going to fall into place. Okay? Good? Who's this? Actually, you know what? Once I'm done this row, all you guys are going to go to the tank. You're going to start practicing, and you're going to go on through that. Is that cool? So I'll give you maximum time. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. This is good. Bend your top arm a little bit more. Use a little bit more your hip. I can see it. You're definitely activating or losing it. Okay. So bring your hip a little bit more forward, but you're definitely using it. Your arm a little bit straighter. Not as straight, sorry. Just bend it a little. So right now you're like this, just like this, and keep it there. It's going to make a huge difference. You're going to get more catch. So hip and your arm. Just bend it. Just a little bit. It's going to open up everything. Because right now I can see that you're trying to use that hip a lot. How's your bum? Oh, that's good. That's why. Look at that. Beautiful. This is good. Top arm nice and low, bottom arm nice and extended. Relax on that. You don't want to be too much. Bring it back a little bit. So the top shoulder, just bring it forward, just a tiny little bit.
Bring the top shoulder.
Bring this just a little bit more forward,
Okay.
just a little bit. Okay. Beauty. Really, really nice. Just so bring that shoulder a little bit more forward and just a little bit more down. Okay. And make sure that when you go to your exit, lean a little bit more forward. And that's it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think so.
Because right now, when you finish, you're a little bit too straight. You should be, right now you're here, you should just be a little bit more forward at the exit. Okay? More. This is great rotation. Shoulder should be a little bit more forward here. Nice bottom arm. You're getting that hip in. This is your right. Hey, right there. This is nice exposure here. The hip is very hard to get, so once you get that, you got your foundation. It's really, really good. Relax that top. Too straight, just a little bit of that, just a little tighter. All right. See how you're looking to the skies? There's no sky. Look forward. Okay? That's it. It's really, really good look. Apart from that, you're really, the back end is very hard. So bring that shoulder just a little bit forward and do that. Okay, so you guys go back down.